ममता रूठी छूट गया है किनारा बंद करो मत द्वार दया का दे दो कुछ तो सहारा दीप दया का जलाते चलो प्रेम की गंगा बहाते चलो प्रेम की गंगा बहाते चलो छाया है जहूं और अंधेरा भटक गई है दिशाएं मानव बन बैठा है दानव किसको व्यथा सुनाए धरती को स्वर्ग बनाते चलो प्रेम की गंगा बहाते चलो प्रेम की गंगा बहाते चलो ज्योत से ज्योत जगाते चलो ज्योत से ज्योत जगाते चलो प्रेम की गंगा बहाते चलो प्रेम की गंगा बहाते चलो ज्योत से ज्योत जगाते चलो ज्योत से ज्योत जगाते चलो प्रेम की गंगा बहाते चलो धरती को स्वर्ग बनाते चलो
Good afternoon, friends. Join us for these 30 minutes each Saturday afternoon on Fun Asia as we share with you news and updates on food insecurity in the USA and what the Indian American community is doing to help the food banks meet the need. We also bring our focus to the local view, how North Texas is faring in this fight against hunger, the events and campaigns going on supporting the North Texas Food Bank, family-friendly volunteering opportunities, youth activities, community-led efforts benefiting the food bank, and all the ways in which you can engage. We are your hosts, Raj and Aradhna Asava, with the weekly HungerMitao program.
Thank you for joining us. Through this show, you also learn of all the ways in which each one of us, in the spirit of Give Where You Live, is making a difference and continue to make a difference. Please visit HungerMitao.org to learn more about how this community-led movement is unifying its hunger relief efforts to emerge as a big part of the solution to fighting hunger across America. And when you visit HungerMitao.org, you can navigate to the various food banks where HungerMitao movement is operational. 8 of them, am I right, Aradhna?
That's right.
Right. Aradhna, a common topic of conversation seems to have become, of late, inflation and the broken supply chain, primarily due to the lingering effects of the COVID virus and its variants, and the escalating issues related to the Ukraine war. Interestingly enough, each one of us is experiencing shrinking choices at the grocery stores and are certainly paying more for just about everything. Inflation definitely impacts our affordability, but let us pause and reflect. Does this also impact food procurement at the food bank? Does it also impact food bank's ability to get the food to the needy?
Absolutely, Raj. I'm going to read something from a recent online article.
Okay.
It's no secret that inflation is hurting families around Texas. With June's inflation reading at 9.1%, per NBC News, many households in the Lone Star State are experiencing a massive strain on their finances. And sadly, some are turning to food banks.
Actually, many are.
Yeah, or are skipping meals as they can't afford groceries due to the rising cost of living. According to a recent University of Texas poll, 53% of respondents said their personal finances are worse than a year ago.
Wow.
And imagine a year ago, we were in the middle of the pandemic. We
That's
thought
right.
nothing could be worse.
And after the vaccines and all, we thought we were coming out of it.
Yeah,
Wow.
58% said the Texas economy is worse than a year ago.
Goodness.
73% said the national economy is worse than it was a year ago.
Because it's hurting them. It's hitting their pocketbook.
It's hurting everybody.
The article goes on to say, at a recent food distribution, about 80% of clients have reported having to choose between paying for food or paying for medicine or medical care or paying for mortgage or rent. About 2/3 of our clients have to choose between food and housing. These are the food bank clients.
So definitely, Raj, when the prices are inflated, when inflation in general rises, that definitely exacerbates the need that they experienced in terms of just not being able to feed themselves and their families.
If you are struggling financially and need to locate a local food bank, Feeding America's website has a helpful tool that will provide you with the address, phone number, contact information of the closest pantry that can help you in this time of need.
You know, Raj, the COVID-19 pandemic and the Russian invasion of Ukraine are two recent examples that have demonstrated the interconnectedness of the world today. A conflict 6,000 miles away has had major ripple effects that have impacted our daily lives in North Texas. The economic impact has been significant. There was an interview published recently of Reed Ainsworth, Director of Food Sourcing at North Texas Food Bank.
Amazing interview.
Yeah. Reed shares how these events far away have impacted our neighbors in North Texas and NTFB's ability to meet the food need.
Can we share this with our audience?
Let's do that. Let's share that with our audience today.
Okay.
Reed was asked about the challenges that the food bank is facing in sourcing food that could be the result of the war in Ukraine and the COVID-19 supply chain disruption.
So Reed shared that diesel and gas have increased significantly in the past several months. This adds to the higher costs of goods in general. Also, Russia and Ukraine used to provide about 1/3 of the global share of wheat, known as the breadbaskets. As exports from both countries have decreased, wheat prices recently hit a 40-year high. And then there is the labor component. The cost of labor for truckers is very high in the current market, and trucking companies are short-staffed. I think everybody seems like nowadays is short-staffed. This makes the deliveries delayed and expensive. All of this is impacting the operations of the food bank.
And while we have all experienced price increases dramatically at the pump, Reed mentioned that this issue has higher purchase costs due to higher freight rates that are directly related to increased diesel prices. So diesel costs reached $5.70 per gallon in the US last week, a $2.40 increase from the same time last year.
Almost 100%.
You know, it's so ridiculous. You can see how if the cost of every single item in your life goes up, I mean, there's no way you could have budgeted for that.
Exactly. Higher gas prices, higher grocery prices, and increased inflation in general have caused financial hardship for North Texans. And these conditions have also resulted in greater demand for food. The last 3 months have seen the highest meal distribution of the last 12 months by the food bank. NTFB averaged more than 12.5 million meals distributed per month. Wow, that's staggering. That compares to approximately 10.8 million per month distributed from July 2021 through February 2022.
Yeah, so we are at the highest ever.
Oh my gosh.
And we thought we were done with the pandemic and the high needs. Clearly, The impacts of inflation and food shortages have been drastic on the consumer as well as food sourcing at the food bank. We need the community to understand that food need in North Texas has increased significantly in the past few months. While pandemic-related government assistance is dwindling down, the food bank's operational costs are going up.
Yeah.
And it certainly needs the support of the community and all donors to ensure that the food bank can meet the increased need for food during these challenging times.
Aradhana, while inflation is hitting all of us, here is one way many families are still helping those less fortunate. Some folks have signed up for a small monthly donation that is recurring. A donation of $25 a month each month does not interfere with our lives much, and yet it helps the food bank procure the much needed food for families as they require food assistance. Listeners, please visit ntfb.org/HungerMitao to set up a recurring donation, whatever amount that suits you. You can join this group of what we are calling Friends of HungerMitao, who support the food bank in a consistent manner. I want to have a shout out here for Pawan Agarwal, who has led this effort and who has been the first donor in this Friends of HungerMitao recurring donor circle. And he has signed up. He has been doing it for the last 3 years, and he has renewed his commitment this year. So set up your recurring donation of $25 or more each month, friends. That is literally the cost of a haircut, a manicure, a couple cups of coffee at Starbucks.
Yeah. Okay, so let's switch gears now.
All right.
Friends, let us now share some information with you about some upcoming exciting events. You can find all pertinent information and links on ntfb.org/HungerMitao.
So before we jump into these events, Aradhana, I want our friends to realize that we as HungerMitao, as the Indian American community, keep coming up with these events to support the food bank. 100% of whatever is raised goes directly to the food bank. Mm-hmm. And the reason we are doing so many events right now is, friends, and we wanted to paint that picture about inflation. The need is at an all-time high. And we want our community to engage, and many of the community members are engaging. And these events that we will be sharing with you about, the whole intent is for people to find their niche, what appeals to them, and get involved in the fight against hunger. So Aradhana, why don't you share what are some of the upcoming events?
So I'll talk about one that just passed.
Okay.
On July 24th, we launched the HungerMitao Youth Ambassador Program. Listeners, if you were not part of it, please have your middle school and high school going kids sign up by visiting ntfb.org/HungerMitao.
That's an exciting program. We had a fantastic Zoom call and lots of youth members from our community participated. You do not want your youth to miss out on this. And then throughout the month of August, we will be running funds for food drives. This is HungerMitao month, friends. This HungerMitao month commemorates India's Independence Month. And what a special Independence Month this is this year. 75th anniversary of India's independence. Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav. Can you contribute to this drive? Or better yet, consider setting up your own fundraising page and send it out to your friend circle. Let us come together and make a difference during this HungerMitao month. And on that same note, on August 20th, we are having our special HungerMitao volunteer shift. We hope to volunteer with all of you. Registration link again is on the website ntfb.org/HungerMitao.
And for music lovers who are listening today, on August 27th is our exciting Freedom from Hunger concert. Come join us to listen to wonderful local artists entertain us with soulful melodies. The concert is from 8 to 11 p.m. at Pebble Creek Montessori School in Plano. But please reserve your seats soon. We have limited availability, and the information again is on ntfb.org/HungerMitao.
Yes, and in the future program, Aradhana, we will play some of the songs from the singers who will be performing at this concert. And friends, the arrangement is very simple. You visit ntfb.org/HungerMitao. There is a button that you click on to register for the concert, and you simply make a small donation to the food bank directly, and we will have a seat reserved for you at the concert. It's simple as that. This is just amazing. And Aradhana, I can't wait to hear these accomplished singers. It will be a wonderful, melodious evening.
It will. Absolutely will. You don't have to jostle through crowds or nothing like that. Just come, join us. It's an intimate evening and will be melodious.
That's right. Wonderful. I think this is going to be one amazing function.
So friends, we've said a lot, but this is all we have time for today. Thank you for joining us and listening. Remember to visit ntfb.org/HungerMitao to participate in all the exciting upcoming events and activities and learn more about how HungerMitao, a community-driven movement, has enabled more than 40 million meals across the United States, over 12 million and more right here in North Texas.
That's right. Our mission, friends, is HungerMitao. And HungerMitao is as much about eradicating hunger as it is about unifying the fragmented efforts of our community and focusing it on the humanitarian cause of hunger. Let us come together as the entire Indian American community and show how we engage in any place we call home. We are smart, compassionate change agents who give where we live so our community benefits from our presence.
And until next week, friends, remember, we may never be able to eradicate hunger, but let us ensure no one goes hungry.
HungerMitao.
HungerMitao.
Hi, this is Indu Reddy. I support HungerMitao in support of North Texas Food Bank.
Hi, I am GK from Nanban. We proudly support HungerMitao.
So Raj, let's do this. Let's play a teaser for our listeners from the singers who are going to be performing in the concert on August 27th.
That's a brilliant idea. So folks, as we have wrapped up the program, but we will play the songs of these artists.
The names of our singers are Kanhaiya Moharir, Kamal Mavuduru, and Ravi Rao.
रंज और दर्द की बस्ती का मैं बाशिंदा हूँ, ये तो बस मैं हूँ कि इस हाल में भी जिंदा हूँ। ख्वाब क्यों देखूँ वो कल जिस पे मैं शर्मिंदा हूँ, मैं जो शर्मिंदा हुआ तुम भी तो शर्माओगी, प्यार मुझसे जो किया तुमने तो क्या पाओगी।
रास्ते में रुक के दम ले मेरी आदत नहीं लौट कर वापस चला जाऊं, मेरी फितरत नहीं।
पकड़ घुंघरू बन के घुंघरू में ये प्यार का गीत सुनाता चला। मंजिल पे मेरी नजर, मैं दुनिया से बेखबर, बीती बातों पे धूल उड़ाता चला। मैं हूँ झुम 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 झुमरू, पकड़ घुंघरू बन के घुंघरू में ये प्यार का गीत सुनाता चला। मंजिल पे मेरी नजर, मैं दुनिया से बेखबर, बीती बातों पे धूल उड़ाता चला। बागालू बागागा बागालू बागागा। मैं हूँ झुम 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 झुमरू, पकड़ घुंघरू बन के घुंघरू, साथ में हम सफर न कोई करवां। बोला भाला सीधा साधा लेकिन दिल का हूँ शहजादा है, ये मेरी ज़मीं ये मेरा आसमान। बागालू बागागा बागालू बागागा। मैं हूँ झुम 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 झुमरू, पकड़ घुंघरू बन के घुंघरू, प्यार सीने में है हर किसी के लिए। मुझको प्यारा हर इंसान, दिल वालों पे हूँ कुर्बान, जिंदगी है मेरी जिंदगी के लिए। डे और 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 डे। मैं हूँ झुम 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 झुमरू, पकड़ घुंघरू बन के घुंघरू में ये प्यार का गीत सुनाता चला। मंजिल पे मेरी नजर, मैं दुनिया से बेखबर, बीती बातों पे धूल उड़ाता चला। एडली एडली ओ 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 एडली 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 ओ एडली 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 ओ एडली एडली।
ममता रूठी छूट गया